My name is Metin. I'm from Blocklog. I'm going to show you a demo of how Blocklog works, and we are submitting Blocklog for the Delphi Labs Hackathon. So yeah, this demo is for showing how you can use a Blocklog, tracking your chains and smart contracts, create monitors and alerts, and finally receive notification when this alerts happens. So let's create chains. So chains give you like an interface that you can see how is your blockchain doing. There is at the moment data only available for injective, so I suggest you to use injective. And let's create it. We need to refresh it to see the data here. Yeah, you can see that the data is here. Yeah, and success rate is if there is like the total transactions, success one to the total transactions for the last hour, and the ratio you can see it's here. It's for injective, it's high actually. Yeah, and this is the gas consumption for the last hour, and this is the total transactions. It's like 1,300,000. So we can add as many as chain you want, but the data is available for injective and for Corium testnet. So Corium testnet, you notice here that you will see that the data changes here. Okay, it also has data, so we combine these data and show as a general overview that can see that I'm tracking now 2 chains, and the data is not updated yet. I need to refresh. You can see that it affect here. Okay, and yeah, I'm following these 2 blockchains. The same is for contracts. When you add contracts, same way you add chains. But for the contracts, it's important to choose a contract that is already indexed. Otherwise, you will see the data 0. I checked that we are tracking most of the injective contracts. Here you can see a list of them. So yeah, if you don't see data, that means there is no transaction on that contract, and we are not. You will not see any data. So here I'm going to use this one. I know there is data, and I put address, and I will bring a title for the contract. And what other information? It's injective. Yeah, it's kind of, I guess, wrapped injective or something like that. So let's put here that information. Okay, and okay, it's 0. Let's refresh it. We see that now we see there is data. So we see that there is 1,000 transaction. There is gas, and you can add other contracts here. Let's add another one. This one, I don't know. Let's check this one. It's what is the date? 5 days ago. Let's see a contract that has transaction recently. Because we run local Blocklog for yeah, this one has transaction for today. So we should or this one. Yeah, this one also. This one is a bit making sense, the title. So let's add it. Choose the network, add the, now this is the title I want, and I want the address, and let's add it. So now let's see, let's pay attention to the changes, and I added here. So I really don't know if it changed or not. If it didn't change, that means we are, maybe it's not indexed yet, or so you can add the contracts that way. And monitors is where you can create monitors. Monitors or charts, basically. So it's show some insight about how your blockchain or your contracts are doing. So let's give a title to it. I said let's create a monitor for the gas tracker for Ostroport. They have contract there. And I want to choose the metric base because I'm going to measure the gas, so it's a unit. So we need to create a metric based. If you want event based is for whenever something happens on that contract and you want to know about the chart for a particular event, then you should use the event based. So, and you here choose the contract. You can see your available contracts here if you created earlier, or you can create even for the chain, and then you will see your available chains here. So now let's go create for that and choose, I don't know, let's choose this one. And we want to choose the gas. So there is operator. Operator is, you can think of like a condition or a rule that you want to apply to it. It's, let's say we want the gas amount, if it goes above 50,000, okay, the sum of it, we want to track it, okay? So the chart will be the total gas, or for each transaction. If it goes above that, then it will create a chart for the total amount of the gas for the one that go above 50K. So that way you will know that how many transactions are, for example, consuming much of the gas. Uh, yeah, or how much gas they will, or they are going consuming. So and you choose the window, how often you want to get that data, and then you choose the network. So I'm going to choose the injective. So one important note is that the monitors are still not function yet. So even if you create it, you will just create it and see here, okay, there is no data for it. If you add another one, for example, this data is fake data. Let's create a gas tracker event or Astroport transactions, let's say transactions. I will create an event base this time. Okay, for another pair, let's say here I want to status equals to failed, and then I choose the count. It's not a unit, so, and I create it. So I have two charts, but as I said, the data is not available yet. And the last thing, you can create alerts whenever something happens. You want to get your notification. So right now there is the account or the balance changes are tracked on the Cosmos testnet. So if I have a account that have some funds on testnet, so I will create an alert for that. So my balance change, I want to, for this address, the address type is not a smart contract, and I want to balance changes. So only balance changes works, by the way, for now. So only choose that one, and the network is theta, yeah. And let's add it. So now if we receive any notification, we will see it here. So now let's create, let's do a transaction. We'll do a transaction to ourselves. Okay, and we want 0.1, and let's send this amount. So if it all goes good, then we should see the alert here. I will, yeah, okay, you see that we received the notification for the amount. So let's change the amount to see a different amount here. Again, let's send ourselves. You can send anyone else if you want. It's not going to affect it. And let's approve. Yeah, the one use case for the alerts would be, for example, if you have a position in a order, like if, for example, yeah, we got the second notification. If you have a position, for example, on the injective exchange, there is a Helix exchange. If your account is about to be liquidated or something, if you have a position, then you can create a alert for that. But at the moment, of course, we are not supporting that, but we will definitely bring that. So you get, and we are planning to add support for alerts, not only in the app, but to send email or even a Slack group or this kind of third party integrations for the app. And yeah, that's all for now, and thank you for watching.